Hey, what was the last piece of constructive criticism you received, and how'd you react to it?
Hmm. Okay, I actually got a great story. Um, it's not necessarily a great story, but I guess I just fucking remembered
You love raising
it.
the bar, don't you?
I do. I just fucking remembered it. Well, so I always, I'm always in search of working with new people that are talented and are just great at what they do. I love collabing with them. You don't have to have a lot of followers. You don't have to have more followers than me. If you're just good at what you do, I appreciate your art and your effort because I know I was at that level one day. And I only still on Instagram only got fucking 30K, so I'm a nobody. Um, but there was this girl that I saw on this other Instagrammer's page, and when I saw the skit, I was like, damn, she's dope. Like she's a dope ass actress. And so I hit her up and I was like, yo, like, let's film something. I always have some ideas and I'd love to have you in one of my skits. And she was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm down. Send me your idea. So I was like, all right, cool. I sent her the idea, and this is the first time this ever happened. I get this has happened before, but usually if somebody doesn't like my idea, like a girl per se, and I know exactly why this happened
Hmm.
before. Do you remember? This is a little side story, real quick. I did this one skit where I was sleeping. I wake up and a girl in lingerie just starts calling my name, starts giving me head, and then starts barking, and I end up waking up, and it's my dog giving me head.
Yeah,
So getting a girl for that video was hard because it's like, what girl's willing to do that?
very provocative.
Very provocative, but what a lot of these girls don't understand, that the way that we filmed it is to make the girl as comfortable as possible. Like the scene that the girl was quote unquote giving me head, she was far away from me. You know what I mean? It just made it seem that she was closer to me.
Right.
But regardless, so explaining that to a girl and trying to get her involved was very difficult. So majority of the time, what would happen in that particular skit is I'll tell a girl the idea, I'll send them a script, and they wouldn't respond. I went through like three or four girls until I eventually
You
I found
probably
one.
look like a fucking
I
creep
look
wanting to
like
get these girls in bed.
I probably did because I mean that's another thing. There's a lot of influencers that tarnished this influencer name where people just want to fuck all these LA girls and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I get it.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Uh, so it's not just one person. There's a lot of people.
Right. No, no, no. Yeah, for
But
sure. A whole house.
exactly. But it's like because of that, those girls been through that experience, so they're probably like, oh, he's probably trying to do the same shit with these sexual ass skits, not knowing that I really I don't care to have sex with these girls. I just want to make some fire ass fucking content. Which the video came out dope, and it did fairly well with the girl that we did do it with. Shout out to Jamie.
Yeah.
So back to what I was saying. That was the B story. So back to the A story in hitting up girls, and what you were saying is the constructive criticism. So I hit up this girl, send her a script, which wasn't anything perverted or anything like that, but she just hit me back and she was like, "Oh, I don't like the script. Let's do something else." And I was
Oh,
like, "Oh fuck."
I've
But
never got that before.
I've never got that. The thing is kind of, I guess my ego got tickled for sure off the rip. The reason being though is because she didn't give me like, oh, she
A
didn't give me a
reason.
reason exactly. She was just
Right.
like, I didn't like it. Let's do something else. So to me,
Yeah.
and
And you're
I,
like, what don't you like about it?
but I didn't even want to get to that. I was like, you know what? I've never had this, so I didn't know how to react. I was like, damn, like I've never had a girl challenge me on my script. You know what I mean? It's not like I could
Mhm.
just do the script with somebody else, which which I can.
Corona.
Thank you. Which I can't weed. Which I can, but it was just I guess the way that she said it, where it was like, oh, I don't like it. Let's do something else. But the fact that she
Yeah.
said that she wants to do something else meant to me that she was like, okay,
It's
she
not you, it's your script.
I guess. So I got tickled, but I was like, all right, let me send her another script. So I sent her another script, and she did the same thing.
Get the fuck out.
She did the same thing, and I was like, oh fuck. So that's when I was like, okay, so you write the script. Let's see what you got. You know what I mean? Like, what's your
I'm
idea?
gonna deny that shit when I fucking receive
Yeah.
it.
I mean, my first instinct was for sure like you want to be like, okay, it's almost like a, oh, so my shit's not good enough, so let's see what the fuck you got.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody has different opinions and different visions per se. Sometimes I feel like I can struggle with writing down my idea compared to what my actual vision is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless, she kind of gave me that same energy. Was like, I don't like it. What else you got? And then I was like, okay, what do you got? Since you want to do this, you still want to do this. What do you got? What's your idea?
You
Let's,
flip the table on her. Huh?
yeah. So then, uh, she came up with something which I guess
That you didn't like.
I didn't accept it, but I didn't accept it in a way nicer way that she didn't accept mine. You know what I mean? I almost
Did
made
you
it
give an explanation why you didn't like it?
exact. Well, I the idea that she gave to me, I was like, it's gonna take too much work to do all that. You know what I mean? So I want to simplify it. So I guess I did give her a reason for it.
Wow, Nick simplifying. Never heard that.
Hey
Sounds like
man,
an oxymoron to me.
hey man, I'm getting better. Okay, so I ended up writing another script, and she loved it, and she was like, all right, let's do it. But then she ended up, something happened, and long story short, we couldn't shoot it, and I ended up meeting her in Miami, and we came up with a whole new script that was even better, and I think it's great. So she challenged me, and at the end of the day, I wouldn't have gotten to the point that of creating the script and coming up with that idea if it wasn't for her challenging me. So I
Right.
appreciated that. And then when we actually met on set, because we had never met before, and that's always the thing, when you actually meet the person, it's a totally different vibe. You actually get to
Yeah.
see how this person is, because like I said, a lot of these girls, especially if you're a good looking girl, you're
Right.
thinking like, this dude wants to fuck. And I don't blame you, because I'm sure a lot of dudes act that way. So I don't blame you for acting that way. But then once you actually get to meet the person and they see what type of energy you bring, and that you're actually really here to be serious and about your work, this is the thing that I always get whenever I'm working with a new person, especially a new female. They're like, damn, you really got like all like your shit, like you got a whole bunch of professional stuff, because they're used to working with people that just pull out their iPhone or whatever the case may
Right.
be.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So when
Yeah,
they,
it's a total different impression when you
totally
meet up
different
with
impression.
them in person, for sure.
Exactly. So they're kind of coming in with an expectation of, oh, he's gonna fucking shoot with his iPhone, but he makes the shit
Right.
looks crispy. But
Yeah.
in reality, they come in and they see that no, there's like a camera operator. Maybe a lot of times, or at least there's gonna be one extra person filming it and doing sound and all this other stuff. We have wireless lavs and all this extra shit. So it's a whole different thing when they actually get to shoot with you. So
Yeah.
after shooting with them, continuing that relationship and working on newer projects becomes easier and easier.
Right. Yeah, but that's crazy. I've never had that happen before.
Me
Which I
neither.
would actually like. I'm not to brag or anything, but I would just like actually like for that to happen, just like it did for you,
Bro,
and like make you learn something from
and
it.
to be honest with you, like I said, I'm glad it happened, and I
Yeah.
respect the shit out of this girl, and I think she is an amazing, amazing actress. And
Dope.
she knows that shit. You know what I mean? She knows she's a
Yeah.
fucking dope ass actress, and she helped me. She fucking like, when we were filming, she was like directing me on my acting on like certain things. Like, hey, this. But when she was doing it, see, because this is what it goes back to. She was actually explaining to me the reasons why you do this and why you don't do that and things like that in acting. She didn't do that necessarily with the script, because things could be interpreted differently when you're texting somebody. I could read
Yeah.
it like, I didn't like that, or she could have written it like, oh, I didn't like that, and I could have read it like, oh, I didn't like that, And in my head, I'm like, the fuck? You know what I mean? So
It's like that one Key and what is it? Key and P? Key and Peele?
Key and Peele.
Yeah, that one sketch where they're like reading it out loud what the other person is texting them, but like they're misinterpreting it the whole fucking time.
I don't think I've watched that one, but that sounds really good. I gotta
Oh
watch
man,
that.
it's like exactly like that. It's
I,
like they're just like nonchalant texting the other guy, and the other guy is receiving it as if it was like aggressive, you know?
right.
But
That,
yeah, that's pretty much what happens in texting. Is like things get like that's why I can't even argue in text, bro, because the person might take it the wrong way,
yeah.
and that just fucking takes it like it grows even more, you know, the problem instead of
Yo,
trying to solve it.
I'll never forget a story. See, I forget who told me. I forgot if it was you or if it was Larry. I think it was Larry, but I think Larry told me, but you did it. There's this person that we used to work with, and I don't know if it was you or him that texted in all caps, and they responded like, "Are you yelling at me through text?"
I don't remember that.
So then that was Larry.
Probably.
Yeah. He said that he accidentally texted somebody in all caps, and then the person responded was like, "Are you yelling at me through text?" And it was like a client type person.
Right. Oh wow. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because even with Larry, people misinterpret it. Like people misunderstand him in person as well.
Well, yeah, that's because
Sometimes
we
people like
know Larry.
look at
That's
it
why we understand him.
right.
Because Larry could be a very passionate person, and I feel like
Yeah.
I could get to that point as well, where I get very passionate
Right.
about something.
Yeah, and I feel like I have a little sprinkle of that as well.
Nah,
And
you're a passive little bitch. You don't do that.
No, but I have seen someone get like offended, deeply offended by Larry, and he like absolutely didn't mean no harm, you know,
Multiple times.
multiple times, and I'm like, damn, bro, I guess it's just the way you said it made it seem like
Like people
didn't
cut
care.
relationships with him
Yes.
over stuff like that.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah,
We gotta get him on, bro, so he could explain some of these situations. Cause, bro, it was so funny just to witness this, bro.
yeah.
I mean, at the time, it was all obviously like frustrating and
Right.
you know, but
Like, what
now
the
looking
fuck is
back at
happening?
it is like exactly, yeah.
I'm sure that person regrets it years later, though.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
man.